The gospel text of today, taken from Mark chapter 7, verses 14 to 23, continues the discussion of the inside and the outside. In this discussion, people began to ask Jesus whether any food from outside taken in by a person makes him or her unclean. And the response of Jesus is this: not so much about food, but about the external and the internal. And he says that there is nothing from outside which can enter a person and make that person unclean, because what enters into a person passes out from the person. It is what comes from within that defiles a person, that makes a person unclean. For evil thoughts and pulling down people and having a superior attitude and condemning others and judging others and being negative about life, all this comes from within. The situation outside, the stimulus will remain the same. What changes is my response to the stimulus. Many of us, and at different times, might come up with failure. We might start a project and we might not be able to complete it. We might fall along the way. We might fail. This failure can be responded to in a variety of ways. One way to respond to the failure is to give in to despair and to lose hope. Another way is to say that we are never going to try again because there is no use. And yet, another way is to regard that failure as a learning experience. I learn from my failures and I do not repeat the same mistakes again and again. And finally, I will encounter success. The point which Jesus makes in the gospel text of today is that the focus ought to be on what comes out from within, which are our words, followed by our actions. If our thoughts are thoughts which are positive, if our thoughts are thoughts which build up and enhance, then the words that we speak will be also positive and words that build up and enhance, and our actions which then flow from the words or which are part of our words will also be positive and build up and enhance. There is too much of negativity in our world today. When we read the papers, when we watch the news on television, we see that negative news is sensationalized. News like rape, news like murder, news like robbery, news like fighting, news like war takes so much of space that there is hardly any other news at all. It is time that we be the harbingers of this good news, that we communicate this good news, we act in such a manner that our world becomes a positive place. If each one of us takes a resolution to act positively today and every day, the world that we live in can become really a heaven on earth. Will you think only positive thoughts today? Will you speak only positive words today? Will you perform only positive actions today?